Good morning and welcome to Coffee and Cosmos with Robin. This is a special edition. It's Thursday morning and welcome Om Times community family. Today we are going to talk about healing with hurricanes. It's a special healing. I'd like to add this event this week and ask you to come together with me as a community of healers and intuitives to offer love and peace to hurricanes. This is a wonderful way that we can support the people of the Gulf Coast, especially Texas, who are struggling through the remnants of Hurricane Harvey and the flooding and rain that is continuing to move up through the Gulf Coast. We're also going to talk about a crystal of the week in upcoming webinars. But first, I would like to talk to you about hurricanes, the work of hurricanes, and how we can come together to support not just the people of the Gulf Coast. Hi, thank you for joining me, Anusha. The people of the Gulf Coast, but people all around the world who are experiencing strong storms, hurricanes, and also perhaps to the east coast of the United States, which may experience Hurricane Irma next week. So let's do a healing with hurricanes, and let me explain to you what I know about hurricanes, because this is really very unusual information. I first learned about hurricanes in August of 2004 when I accidentally, and I do mean accidentally, connected with Hurricane Charlie. And I was watching TV coverage and I was noticing how a little bush stayed securely in the ground while a roof flew off a building behind the broadcaster. And I was like, wow, Hurricane Charlie, you're amazing. And all of a sudden I heard this voice, my name is not Charlie, it is Hawoosh. And I was like, oh my gosh, did I just talk with a hurricane? And indeed I did. And so I communicated with and worked with hurricanes over the next 2 years. And here's what I learned about them. And I hope that this offers you some peace today, this week, as we watch what's happened here for those of us who are United States citizens in our own country, but also as we watch hurricane season year after year in different parts of the world. We are horrified by hurricanes and rightly terrified and upset when they blow over us and leave behind damaged areas, both land and sea. Well, none of us want people, animals, the land or the sea, our buildings, our businesses, anything. We don't want to see anything hurt at any time. And we certainly don't want to see what happened in Texas and will continue to unfold in that area as the flooding increases and then finally recedes. But what we need to know is that hating and fearing hurricanes means that, first of all, we don't realize the work that they do, and in some ways we are actually hindering their work. So let me explain. Just like us, hurricanes have souls. They are conscious, they are alive. They have jobs to do. They have a responsibility then to do those jobs. And they also have free will about doing those jobs. Sounds a lot like us, right? Just like us, hurricanes have jobs to do. In working with hurricanes, I worked with what I call the hurricane guidance forces, or what I came to call the hurricane bosses. You may also refer to them as their spirit guides, their spiritual team, or the gods of the hurricanes. Kind of words that I shy away from, but hurricane bosses seem to work for them and helped add a little bit of lightness to my learning process of working with these massive forces. So in working with the hurricane bosses, I learned that thinking of hurricanes from a human perspective keeps us from understanding them from their perspective. And this is a common problem that all humans have because we think from our thought process. But let's look at hurricanes the way they think about themselves and what they are. Hurricanes are massive cleansing forces. They are created on a schedule every year to clean the land and the sea that they move over. So everything in the path of a hurricane chooses what it will do. So they're created to give life, not to take life. And to support the planet, not to harm the planet. And here's the big reason why we need hurricanes. And I hope this helps you understand how they operate and what they do. In 2005, my attention was drawn to a small hurricane that was bouncing off the coast of the east coast of the United States. And for me at that time, in my training with the hurricane bosses, so to speak, I learned that when I noticed a hurricane acting erratically, that was my opportunity to learn more about hurricanes by actually connecting with them. So Hurricane Ophelia was there, and she said, let me teach you about hurricanes. And she showed me a picture of this woman stirring a giant pot of soup. And the problem was, and if you cook, water starts to evaporate out of the soup, and it gets really, really thick, and eventually you can't stir it anymore. It's just sludge. And what Hurricane Ophelia said was, this is the work of hurricanes. So she took me back and showed me, and again, the hurricane bosses, like the other systems that I work with, their first suggestion to anyone wanting to work with them is what they said to me in exasperation. Robin, go read a book, learn about these things. And so I did. And what Hurricane Ophelia showed me is the Gulf of Mexico, which the Gulf Coast of the United States sits against. The Gulf of Mexico is where the Gulf Stream originates. The Gulf Stream is a warm body of water that originates in the Gulf of Mexico. It moves up the east coast of the United States and on north past Greenland. What Hurricane Ophelia was showing me was that the Gulf Stream is slowing down, and it's getting thicker and thicker. And what happens if the Gulf Stream slows down? It stops, and as a result, the planet freezes. So this is a very real threat. Scientists are beginning to understand that the Gulf Stream is slowing down, and what do you do about it? Well, you don't interfere with the path in the work of hurricanes, because as Hurricane Ophelia showed me, the hurricanes are continuing to stir up the Gulf Stream to keep it moving, to keep the planet alive. So while we as humans are talking and worrying about the concept of global warming, to hurricanes, the real threat is a coming ice age. So the role of hurricanes is to moderate climate. Fascinating, isn't it? I mean, we don't stop to think about what all these different systems do and how the planet is set up to keep itself operating, but there we go. So we as humans affect and hinder the work of a hurricane by being afraid of it. And you know that every time you're afraid, you clench up and your energy system gets stuck and things are hard to move. And because humans get upset and afraid of hurricanes, that can tend to hinder their forward movement. The other thing is that those of us who do energy work have a natural tendency to not want hurricanes to come near land, or they want them to slow down, thinking that will mitigate the effect of the hurricane. And what it does is alter it. It keeps it from doing its job. And so no matter what it looks like, we should really step back and let hurricanes do their work. So what can we do together as an Om Times community and together as people who know that we are all naturally intuitives and healers? But one wonderful thing that we can do for hurricanes, for the remnants of Harvey, for the people of the Gulf Coast, and for people all over the world who are living through the after effects of a hurricane or bracing for one coming at them, is to offer peace and love and healing to another soul. And if we together join in to offer peace and love and healing to the remnants of Harvey and to all of the hurricanes that are coming this year around the world, we can help bolster that soul, to support it on its work, to heal the planet, to keep the planet alive, and to lift itself up in that healing energy that we offer in love and peace. it can use to clear out stagnant energy so that it can do the job it's created to do, whatever it looks like afterwards. Dawn, thank you for joining us from Southwest England. I know this is very unusual information, and it's been 13 years since I first started working with hurricanes, and it's well past time that I really made this information public knowledge. Because, Donna, thank you for bringing that up, because, and just saying that you were interested, because it reminded me that the information that Hurricane Ophelia showed me in 10 minutes, I later learned that fall of 2005, scientists had discovered the same information after 30 years of research. And so here's the thing, wouldn't the world just be better off if people, right, I'm so glad you said that. It's not unusual to you, right, because you're an enlightened person and you're beginning to realize, as we're all beginning to realize, that the world is bigger and more complicated than we imagine. But if scientists would sit down with people like me, Angel Smile, thank you, warm regards to Puerto Rico, and brace yourselves, Hurricane Irma is coming. I think it's called Hurricane Irma. It's building up in the Atlantic. The things that that people like me don't have the complete scientific knowledge that a climate scientist would have. So if they would sit down with people like me, we could talk to them and they could ask questions of hurricanes that I don't have the level of scientific understanding to ask. And wouldn't that be, are you petrified of the coming Hurricane Irma? Batten down the hatches. I guess it's going to be very strong. But again, that terror is, your natural will to survive, which is important. And, take proper precautions, as we all need to when storms come at us. And in case you're thinking I, don't know what it is to experience something like that, I've pretty much experienced every major kind of system that can come at you. I've been in a major tornado, hurricane, big storms, volcanic eruption, pretty much it. So I know how terrifying it can be, and I offer you support. So let's offer support to you as a community, to other people, to the Gulf Coast, to other areas that are being affected by hurricanes, and let's offer support and love to them. And just thank you, Barbara. I appreciate that. And it was something that was taught to me. I spent a week, I spent a week in hurricane school, literally, and I teach that to people. So, Jen, thank you. So let's join together now. So I'm using a new system here to try to keep Facebook Live from disappearing on me. So here's my crystal Fallon, the citrine Lemurian quartz. Let's do a healing together. And first, let's clear out our systems, bring in healthy, positive light, and then let's run through the world and try to just send love and support to hurricanes by helping to clear the energy block and just offer support, peace, and love so that they can do their job with as little interference as possible. So take your attention to the top of your head. Take a deep breath and breathe down your face, your shoulders, your chest, your hips, your knees, and your feet. And as you take a deep breath and breathe in, just breathe that clearing energy and just exhale what doesn't serve you. Breathe in and exhale. And as you do that, just notice any block that you have, any fear, any doubt, any worry, because we all have those. And just imagine them clearing out and filling yourself up with the love and peace and the gold light that is Fallon. So now imagine Fallon at your feet, rotating this gold light, moving up your body, past your knees, your hips, your solar plexus, your heart, your shoulders, your throat chakra, your third eye, and your crown chakra. And imagine that gold light just filling you up, filling you with peace and love and acceptance. Feels great, right? And you experience Fallon's energy the way your intuition works, so you may feel the energy, see it, hear him talk to you. or just know that it's there. So how's everyone feeling? Oh, thank you, Dawn. We're with you. So now let's do this again, and let's just imagine that you're feeling stuck energy connected with hurricanes, the remnants of Harvey, the upcoming one in the Caribbean, other storms this season, all the ones that are still coming. And just take a deep breath, and as you feel it, just feel any blockages in those areas affected by storms. And as you do that, if you feel them, if you note them, just send love and peace to them. And as you feel those blockages, now let the gold light that is fallen. Oh, isn't that awesome, Barbara? Let that gold light fill you up. And with each beat of your heart, feel it flooding your system with love and warmth, with respect and awe and wonder at the power of these magnificent systems, as scary as they are. What a tremendous job they're doing, keeping our planet alive. And just let this energy flow out from you, and just support these storms as they do their work, so that they can do that as easily as possible with as little interference as possible. And that what it looks like afterwards is what has happened. And we can offer support and love and peace to the people that are going through the after effects, that they can get through it as easily as possible. Wow, I'm feeling that energy, and I don't usually feel energy. So, wow. Sheila, thank you. We all needed this. Weather Girl 6'3". Okay, so you're a weather fan. Yay, thank you. So in the coming days, as more storms come to the United States and to other parts around the world, just remember that hurricanes are created on a schedule to heal and cleanse the land and the sea that they move over. And let's offer them peace and support and energy to deflect those who would change them to suit their own purposes, so that they can do their job. Feels great, right? Oh, good. Yes. So, Barbara, you're a very strong empath, a feelings person. So your intuition will feel that. So good. So now that you can feel that, feel it moving through you, feel it supporting the hurricane and the remnants of Harvey in Texas, the things that are going on everywhere else. I want you to carry this feeling forward and know that you're powerful people. All of us are intuitives and healers, but coming together in this community just adds so much to the peace and to the proper functioning of the planet. And that's what we need right now. And now I'd like to turn your attention quickly to rose quartz, the crystal of the week. And it seems that my cat has disappeared with my piece of rose quartz, so I will have to track it down. But rose quartz is a pink crystal. A lot of people love the color pink. But rose quartz is a perfect crystal for our work together today in sending energy to these massive storm systems and to the people and the land and the animals who are affected by it, to support them in their work. Because rose quartz is a crystal of unconditional love and acceptance. And it also helps clear out negative feelings, and it's a very strong heart chakra stone. So if you can feel the energy of rose quartz just filling you up and helping add peace and support to your daily life, which is important, to your work, to your family life. And rose quartz is also great for accepting change. And accepting change is a big part of our work together today on this Facebook Live presentation, helping people understand the true work of hurricanes and supporting them, and hopefully sending love and support to the governments around the world to quit interfering with them, whether it's seeding clouds or whatever else they're doing to keep hurricanes from occurring. Because without hurricanes, again, the planet will die. So they're doing their job. Rose quartz will support you through this change in understanding. and really help you imagine and live in this amazing planet, in universe, but also on this amazing planet, our conscious evolving planet, and the work that all of these different beings do to keep it going. So I'd like to thank you for joining me today. And I leaped right into it. But again, my name is Robin Fritz, and this is a repeat of my regular Tuesday broadcast of Coffee and Cosmos with Robin, because I keep losing my Facebook Live videos. So here's hoping this one stays up so that more people can experience the healing and the cleansing and support through the work of hurricanes. But I am very proud to be a member of the Om Times community. You can join me on my radio show at omtimes.com every Monday at 2 Pacific time. The Practical Intuitive Mind, Body, Spirit for the Real World. Please join me every week. I would love to do more readings for people on air, short, intuitive, and healing readings. I'd love to take your questions and your comments and have conversations with you. What do you want to talk about? What kind of reading would you like to see? Barbara, thank you. I can only see part of your post here. This is a new forum that I'm using. But please join me at omtimes.com radio Mondays, the Practical Intuitive Mind, Body, Spirit for the Real World. You can also, if you're shy and don't want to come on live on the show, please email me your questions, your comments, or your requests for readings and healings at robin@robinfritz.com. And that's spelled ROBYNFRITZ.com. And so I want to quickly turn to my upcoming webinars that I'm offering at the Learn It Live platform through the Experts platform at omtimes.com. So you can find that at experts.omtimes.com/Robin Fritz, and that's ROBYNFRITZ. I have to tell a joke about myself that I seem to work with hurricanes better than I do with technology. So I try to put this stuff up, but who knows how it actually gets up on the broadcast. So next Thursday, September 7th at 11 Pacific time. So those of you who are in Great Britain, you can join us. It's your evening hours. It's tips on becoming your best self. It's a free webinar. Please join us live. I also offer some specials for those who join us live. But we'll be talking about how we become our best selves and the tips that we can use to achieve that, because we all are here growing our souls, and there are some really useful ways that we can support ourselves and other people on their journey. And at the end of September 21st, at 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Pacific time, I'll be talking about how to resolve grief and connect with your dead. So yes, we will be talking about what happens in the afterlife, and I will be teaching you some rituals, and we will be connecting with some of your dead during that broadcast. And upcoming in October will be a workshop on working and healing with crystals, and I postponed that from September because I have a really special guest joining me in October. And we'll also be doing Animals, the Afterlife, and Reincarnation in October. Both of those are paid webinars, and my free webinar will be on the truth behind Lemuria and ancient Atlantis. So those are up on my website at robinfritz.com, and they're also on Facebook. And so please look at those and join us at the Experts platform at omtimes.com. Again, experts.omtimes.com/Robin Fritz. So I thank you again for joining me today, for joining in this healing with America and with all of the countries that are affected by storms, healing hurricanes, supporting them on their work, which supports us on our own. And so as you go throughout your day and it's raining or the sun is shining, and believe me, ironically, Seattle, we're desperate for rain and haven't had any rain in over 2 months. So if it's raining, bless the rain on its way. Bless the sunshine for shining on us. And bless all life on its path and support it by just offering healing and support. Iris, hi from Tennessee. Oh, are you in the path of the remnants of Harvey? If so, I wish you peace on that, and I guess you're going to get lots of rain in Tennessee. So thank you all for joining me today. And let's end with this healing technique with the goddess who joined me in 2009, joined me and Fallon on our first work together and has been with us ever since. So this is Fallon again. So healing technique, the palms of your hands have energy in them. So take your palms, cross them on your heart. Breathe into your heart. Feels good, right? And as you're doing that, this energy, which is the energy of the universe, the ancient DNA of the universe, is going into the palms of your hands. And then breathe into your palms as the goddess showed me. And as you feel the breath on your palms, imagine that it's the energy filling up your palms. And now just offer that energy to the world. And here today to hurricanes, to the remnants of the hurricanes, to areas that have been cleansed, that have been affected by the hurricanes, to peace and love and support, to healing. Just feel that energy going out. And now let's bring it back to you. So cross your hands on your heart. Breathe again that ancient DNA of the universe into the palms of your hands. Breathe into the palms of your hands. And now place your palms back on your heart. And bring that healing energy back into yourself. Feel yourself getting grounded and balanced again. Let's close out your crown chakra, connecting with Fallon, and this kind of energy is very powerful and you want to get grounded and balanced. If you're dizzy, take another moment to just breathe that in, getting grounded and balanced. And I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Join me next week on my radio show in my regular broadcast, Coffee and Cosmos with Robin, Tuesdays at 11 Pacific time, here on Facebook Live at Om Times Magazine. Peace to all. I will see you next week. Thank you for joining us today.